McLeod with the City Weekly. I'm here with Nicholas and Nicholas with Guerilla Gardens. It's a worldwide movement of creating gardens in urban space that's been abandoned or neglected. Basically, something that's nobody's doing anything with it. So this is one of your spots. Why don't you tell me about how you guys picked this spot?
All right, we chose this spot because this is on my daily route to my office, and so we noticed that there were no trees here, empty, barren, little tiny patches of land. So we figured it's the best place to plant. It's right in the public; everyone can see it, and hopefully promote some sort of urban, beautification of sorts.
Is that kind of what you're doing with the projects? Urban beautification?
That's one of the goals. I think that's the main goal. The second part would be to provide food. If you want to come along and eat some chard, if it were doing better, then you could totally pick it. It's open to anyone.
Yeah, I think ideally that's what Nicholas and I both had dreamt of, is we would have these really nice productive plots that people could come and pick sage or chard or kale or something, or even harvest some onions that they saw growing. One of the nice things about this plot, though, is you'll notice it does have some drip irrigation systems, which I don't know has been turned on or not by the city. But that's one of the biggest challenges that we have with guerrilla gardening, is trying to find locations with adequate water.
Tell me about these seed bombs.
Seed bombs are a mixture of clay, compost, and seeds. And what we'll do is we will mix these all together and get them nice and moist, and pack them by hand into balls, probably about the size of about a quarter or so, and then let them dry out. And what you can do with these is, if you find patches of neglected land that you can't access because it's behind a fence or something, or it's too high to reach, then you toss these seed bombs into those areas, and as they degrade through weathering, the clay will break down and the compost will actually give the seeds enough nourishment so that they can actually germinate and grow.
And you guys also worked on the black hole that is the old Sugar House district. Tell me about that.
I sprouted a couple hundred bean and pea plants at home, and also about a dozen tomato plants, and got a little group of 5 people together one night, ran out there, snuck in, planted them, and just kind of kept an eye on them since, with, not so much luck on prolific growth by any means yet.
So, guerrilla gardens in other areas of the country and in the world have been criticized as being kind of almost a form of, like, you could compare it to, they've been comparing it to graffiti art and things like that. What would you say to them?
Well, ours has a purpose. I do like some good graffiti as well. I mean, I appreciate good art, but I think we're really causing no harm to any private structures, to anyone's private property. I think it's there's no real liability or damage that we're causing. If anything, we're doing the opposite, and we're beautifying instead.
I think that is the key central element, is that we're kind of beautifying different areas and trying to make them productive. There are areas that have just been neglected and gone to waste that obviously the city or whomever is in charge doesn't really care about. And so we're taking it upon ourselves to make our city more beautiful.
So if somebody wanted to contact your organization and become involved, or if they have a location scouted out, how would they contact you?
Well, the slug email list? Yeah.
What the slug means. Our organization is called Salt Lake Urban Guerrilla Gardeners. And we don't want to be confused with Salt Lake Underground magazine, but we are a slug, but we have an extra G. So we differentiate ourselves that way. But we do have a Gmail account to where you can just email us, and it's slugg.slc@gmail.com.
Perfect. Well, thanks, guys. This is Hattie McLeod signing off. Make sure to check us out at cityweekly.net. Thank you.